here. Today, ladies, I'll get you guys for that Luka Doncic had a 60 to 21 to 10 triple double as the Mavs were top. The Knicks by 126 to 121 in overtime. Get you guys at the 10 and 13 individuals were convicted in the David Ortiz attack from 2019 in the Dominican Republic. Tank Davis being arrested on domestic battery charge as he was accused of slapping a woman with a closed hand, by the closed hand slap. And there's some other news to come by the way, guys, as well. So I'll get you guys to right now. So first things first, I'm gonna start this about Luka Doncic 60 to 21 to 10. Triple double, by the way, as the Knicks will lose to the Mavs 126 to 121. Luka Doncic has 60 points, 21 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Spencer Dinwiddie had scores 25 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Christian Wood had 19 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks. Tim Hardaway Jr. scored 11 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Quinton Grimes scored 33 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Orange Julius Randle scored 29 points, 18 rebounds, 4 assists. Mitch Robinson scored 20 points, 16 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. Miles McBride scored 14 points, 1 rebound, and assist, 2 steals. And Immanuel Quickley scored 13 points, 3 rebounds, 15 assists, 1 steal. So the Knicks, they got to step it up. But Luka Doncic, the Luka magic keeps going on and on. That's everything that's going to. So Luka Doncic, congrats on your 60 to 21 to 10 triple double. Congrats to you on that. No doubt you're an MVP candidate, which you always have been, but congrats on that. Probably the biggest thing you'll ever make. So that's everything that you got to know on that. Also, another news I want to get you guys into, by the way, 10 and 13 individuals were convicted in the David Ortiz attack from 2019 in Dominican Republic by Santo Domingo. As now the incident happened on June 9th, 2019. Now, Rolfi Ferreyra Cruz was accused of shooting Ortiz. Eddy Vladimir Feliz Garcia got 30 years behind bars. 8 other individuals got between 5 to 20 years behind bars. Victor Hugo Gomez Vazquez, the mastermind of the attack, was one of 3 individuals who got acquitted due to insufficient evidence. It also says right here that the target was Sixto David Fernandez, who shared a table with David Ortiz or Big Poppy, by the way, when he was shot. Now the Hitmen, they confused Fernandez with Ortiz. February sentence. There's gonna be a full sentence gonna be in February of 2023. So you guys remember that David Ortiz or Big Poppy was shot at Dominican Republic at Santo Domingo, by the way, and the Hitmen were mistaken Ortiz for Sixto Fernandez. So honestly, those individuals have been. They are facing sentencing, by the way, in February of 2023. So that's everything you gotta know on that, everybody. So that's all it's doing on that. In other news, by the way, that Tank Davis was arrested and charged for a domestic battery charge after he was accused of slapping a woman with a closed hand slap on the right side of the woman's upper lip. The woman had a abrasion on her upper lip, by the way, towards the mouth. So Tank Davis' fight between LHP, his fight in Nations Cup, that fight is gonna be in dire jeopardy. So I'm not looking good there. I can tell you about that. So that's more trouble for Tank Davis, which it is. So Tank Davis was arrested and charged on a domestic battery charge, causing bodily harm, and he was charged with causing bodily harm, by the way, as well. Now, I already told you he struck a woman with a closed hand slap on the right side of her head. The woman suffered an abrasion, by the way, towards her upper lip. So not looking good there. So that's things. So Tank Davis needs to get his act together. That's all he's got to do. Another news that Ed Reed is the new coach for Bethune Cookman. Big congrats to him on that. Another news, by the way, that Michaela Schifrin just got her 79th win at the Grand Slam World at the Giant Slalom at the GS Giant Slalom World Cup. So big congrats to her on that, getting her to Michaela Schifrin, getting her 79th win overall. So big congrats to her on that. So what a moment that is for her. I can tell you about that. This is at the Alpine Giant Slalom. So big congrats to her on that. Also, another news, by the way, that Alexandra Eckersley, who was Dennis Eckerslay's adopted daughter, was arrested for for leaving the baby in the freezing temperatures in the middle of a tent, by the way, and freezing temperatures in a tent over an hour after she prematurely gave birth. It also says right here that she was charged that Alexandra Eckersley was charged for endangering the welfare of a kiddo, falsifying physical evidence, and the assault and reckless conduct. So and the boyfriend could also be charged as well. So who knows, guys? And honestly, the woman Alexandra Eckersley was arrested. By the way, she was living homeless and she had like no place else to go. So things are not looking good there. I can tell you about that. But that is awful. Awful ways. You can't just leave a kid like that in the cold temperatures. That's just plain ridiculous. So not looking good there. Really not looking good. So something's got to be done about that. Also, other news, by the way, some sad news here to report that Joe Mercer Marley was deceased at 31 due to asthma-related conditions after he was found dead in a car. So awful news, by the way, guys. You guys now Joe Mercer Marley was the grandson of Stephen Marley and one of late Bob Marley's close relatives and close family members of his. But awful news that Joe Mercer Marley has died at 31 due to asthma-related conditions after he was found deceased in a car. So awful news on that. Really sad news on that note right there. And other news that Kayla Decky is AP Female Athlete of the Year once again. Big congrats on that. And other news I want to get you guys into, by the way, that let's see here. Lakers defeat the Magic 129-110. Yeah, the Suns defeat the Grizz 125-108. Clips defeat the Raptors 124-113. Yeah, the Nuggets defeat the Kings 113-106. 10 things you gotta know on that, everybody. On the hockey side of things, other news, by the way, you got the Caps defeat the Rangers 4-0. Yeah, the Canes defeat the Blackhawks 3-0. Islanders defeat the Penguins 5-1. Wild defeat the Jets 4-1. Canucks defeat the Sharks 6-2. Senators defeat the Bruins 3-2. So that's everything that you got to know on that, everybody. Now back to the basketball things. The Boys defeat the Sixers 116-111. The Celtics defeat the Rockets 126-102. Pacers defeat the Hawks 129-114. So everything that you got to know on that. And other news. Oh yeah, back at the hockey side, Kings defeat the Golden Knights 4-2 on that note. So that's everything that you gotta know on that. So that's all that you gotta know, everybody, on that. And I told you, oh yeah, one other thing, the Stars defeat the Preds 3-2, and the Coyotes defeat the Avs 6-3. So that's all that you gotta know on that, everybody. Also, guys, in the Senators defeat the Bruins 3-2. So everything that you gotta know on that. And other news, I want to send brother wish shout out to Denzel Washington, Joe Manganiello, Seth Meyers, John Legend, Sienna Miller, Late Stanley, Gail King, Elaine Hendricks, Marlena Hudson, Anastasia Soar, Olivia Mathers, Dolores Catania, Adam Vinatieri, Rocco, Danielle Lombard, Angelina Danilova, Cheryl Rubio, Jesse, Maggie Cervantos, Jesse Buckley, Kitty Spencer, Taryn Terrell, Vanessa Ferlito, Lorena Abreu, Eva Cedino. Send them all your birthday wishes, shout out, tweets. Please be sure to do some everybody. That's all the news you need to know. That's all I can say on that. So be sure to check that out, everybody. That's all the news you need to know. That's all I can say. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it right there for the Khalil Level Sports Board. Like, subscribe to the Khalil Level Sports Board YouTube channel, Facebook page by any nomination. What do you thoughts your response of Luka Doncic having a 60-21-10 triple-double? Let me know about that. I'll just not sure. As the Knicks will lose to the Mavs in overtime, what do you thoughts about that? I'll just not sure. Your thoughts on 10-13 individuals convicted in the attack of David Ortiz or Big Poppy back in 2019. Let me know about that, everybody. Just not sure about that as well. Or because we're waiting on Tank Dance as he was arrested and charged on a domestic battery charge after he was being accused of slapping a woman in the head with a closed hand slap on the right side of her head. So not looking good there. And his fight in nation's capital could be postponed. So, or it could be down jeopardy. Let me know about that. Over his arrest. We thought Ed Reed becoming the new coach for Bethune-Cookman. Let me know about that. I'll address my show. Also, some other sad news here to report, though, that John Rooney has died. By the way, awful news on that note. So John Rooney, who is the Steelers owner, has died. So awful news, guys, on that. So that's everything that's to it you got to know. So awful news on that. So John Rooney has died, by the way, and just some sad news to report on that. Also, guys, what are your thoughts on Kayla Decky being the AP Female Athlete of the Year? Let me know about that. What are your thoughts on Michaela Shiver getting her 7th win at the Alpine Giant Slalom? Let me know about that. I'll address my show on that as well. She's one shy away from getting to Lindsey Vonn. Let me thoughts about that. Also, I told you guys the Islanders defeat the Penguins 5-1. That's what they're about. Just want to sure. Also, got same thoughts praise out to the Marley family as Joe Mercer Marley's died at 31 after due to asthma-related conditions. Nora being found dead in the car. Thoughts about that. Also, guys, you look close to the Raptors 121-113. Let me know about that. But with those Caps defeating the Rangers, by the way, 4-0. Let me know about that. And also got senior birthday wish out to Denzel Washington, Joe Manganiello, Seth Meyers, John Legend, Sienna Miller, late Stan Lee, Gail King, Elaine Hendricks, Marlena Hudson, Anastasia Sora, Olivia Mathers, Dolores Catania, Anna Venetieri, Rocco, Danielle Lombardi, Angelina Danilova, Cheryl Rubio, Eva Cedino, Lorena Abreu, Kitty Spencer, Taryn Terrell, Maggie Cervantes, Jesse Buckley, Sunway, Brother Wishel, tweets them once again. Please be sure to do that. All these each now. Back for breaking news. Times 11 days when it's a whole lot more than the clothes. That was sports board. Everything sports related. There's you guys know all this. Like I say, take care, you guys. You guys have a good day. Please be safe out there. Bye bye.